Okay, so let me discuss 24. F of x is equal to mod x plus integer part of x minus 1 less than or equal to x less than 1, x plus mod x 1 less than equal to x less than 2, x plus integer part of x 2 less than equal to x less than equal to 3. Okay, at how many points the function is discontinuous, they are asking. All right. Okay. Okay, now let us break this into further. Between 1 to 2, mod x is positive, so I can write x only, and x plus x is 2x. This is between 2 to 3, but 3 is also included there. So I have to take up to open 3 separate, and at 3 it is separate. I have to take this one. Okay. So if I want to write further, let me write like this: f of x is equal to minus 1 less than or equal to x less than 0. I will take separate. 0 less than or equal to x less than 1 separate. 1 less than equal to x less than 2. 2 less than equal to x less than 3, and x equal to 3. Okay. This itself further I am making into two parts: minus 1 to 0, 0 to 1. This is as it is. This is up to open 3 separate, 3 separate. Okay. Between minus 1 to 0, mod x I have to write minus x because x is negative, and integer part of x I have to write minus 1. Whereas between 0 to 1, mod x is plus x because x is positive, and integer part of x is 0. Between 1 to 2, this is also x, this is also x, it will be 2x. I can even write x plus x if you want. Between 2 to 3, this is x plus 2, and at 3 it is x plus 3. This integer part of x is 3. Okay, so this is basically minus x minus 1. This is x. Okay, and this is 2x. This is x plus 2, and this is x plus 3. Okay, how to check continuity? At 0, I have to check continuity. At minus 1, it continues, not a problem, because at minus 1, actually the definition is not changing. Just after minus 1, at minus 1, it is same thing. But at 0, account to this answer is minus 1, but account to this answer is 0. At 0, actually function value is 0, left limit is minus 1, and right limit is 0. So left limit and right limit are not equal. So I can write that limit extends to 0 minus f of x is minus 1. F of 0 is 0. Okay. Online people, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Is it video clear?
It's blur, sir.
It's blurred, sir.
Blur. Okay. Even now like that. Let me see if we can do it. Is it clear or still blur? Blur.
It's clear, sir.
Clear now. Okay. Okay. Limit extends to 0 minus f of x is -1 based on this. F of 0 is 0 based on this. And the limit extends to 0 plus f of x is also 0 based on this. So it may be right continuous, but it is not left continuous, so it is not continuous. Quiet, please. Okay, at 0 it is not continuous. What about at 1? Okay, so at 0 it is not continuous. At 1 you can see left limit is 1 and right limit is 2. At 1 also value is 2. So again it is also not continuous there. At 1 also it is not continuous. Limit extends to 1 minus f of x. What is 1 minus f of x just before 1? 1. And f of 1 is 2 and limit extends to 1 plus f of x is also 2. Here also it is right continuous but not left continuous. Okay. Next, I have to check at 2. At 2 you can see this is also 4, this is also 4. Okay. Just before 2 it is 4, just after 2 it is 4, so it is continuous at 2. So at 2 it is continuous. It is continuous because limit extends to 2 minus f of x. It is 2 into 2, 4, and f of 2 itself is 2 plus 2, 4, and limit extends to 2 plus f of x is also 2 plus 2, 4. Okay, because of that it is continuous. What about at 3? You can see at 3 answer is 6, but just before 3 answer is 5, and after 3 there is no limit at all. Function is not even defined after 3. Okay, so limit extends to 3 minus f of x is 3 plus 2, 5, whereas f of 3 is 3 plus 3 is 6. So at 3 also it is not continuous. Okay, so at 0, 1, 3, 3 places it is not continuous. So at how many points it is discontinuous? At 3 points it is discontinuous. Only 3 points, option B. Is it okay? 24. Any doubt, anybody? Clear? Okay, 27. They gave f of x equal to integer part of x and g of x equal to 0 if x belongs to z, and x square if x belongs to all real numbers except z. Okay. Now, if I take g of f of x, that is g of integer part of x, it is 0 for all x belongs to R. Why? Whatever x you substitute, integer part of x will give you an integer only. And when you substitute an integer, should you substitute here or here in g? In the upper one. If you want g of 7, it is 0. If you want g of 2.3, it will be 2.3 whole square. If x is integer, you will substitute here. If x is not an integer, you have to substitute here. Integer part of x is always an integer, and for every integer, your answer is 0. So g of f of x, which is phi of x, is always continuous now, a simple constant function. Whereas when you take psi of x, which is f of g of x, which I have to substitute this one here, I'll get two cases. Oh, this is psi of x, f of g, this psi, okay. So this is psi of x and this is phi of x, okay, right. Sorry, okay. So within f, if I have to put g, it is integer part of 0 if x belongs to z, integer part of x square if x belongs to all real numbers minus z. Integer part of 0 is 0 only. Okay. At every integer, it is, one may say, it's changing the definition. Okay. But apart from that, at some integers, it may be discontinuous. For example, if you take 9, just after 9, exactly at 9, I should not use this. I should use this. Right? It is 0. At every integer, answer is 0. Okay. At 9, answer is 0. But if you take just after 9 or just before 9, just after 9, it will be little more than 81. What is the integer part will be? 81. Just before 9, it will be little less than 81. Integer part will be 80. So at 9, left limit is 80, right limit is 81, but function value is 0. They are completely different. It is discontinuous. You don't even need this. Here itself, left limit and right limit are coming different. Maybe at 0, I have to see carefully. At 0, this is 0. Here, right limit is also 0, left limit is also 0. At 0, it is continuous actually, even though the definition looks like change. But this is discontinuous at many other places, not just integers. Yeah, at 1, at 2, at 3, at 4, it is discontinuous. But at root 2 also it is discontinuous. Just after root 2, this value will be little more than 2, integer part will be 2. But just before root 2, this will be little less than 2 and integer part will be 1. Okay, so left limit, and so this is actually, if you want to know the complete set of values where it is discontinuous, okay, phi of x is discontinuous at okay, you take any root of an integer, root x such that x is an integer but not 0. It is discontinuous at root 1, root 2, root 3, root 4, root 5, root 6. This is phi of this phi of x. Thank you. This is phi of x. Okay. So this function is discontinuous at many places which are square roots of integers. Okay. So final option is psi is continuous everywhere, but phi is continuous at some places, discontinuous at some places. So I cannot say it is continuous. It is not continuous. One more thing, I should put a plus or minus here. I should not forget that. At minus root 1, minus root 2, minus root 3 also it is discontinuous. This one. Plus or this is phi of x is discontinuous at Okay, online people, I hope is it clear to you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, from now on it is differentiability, I think. Continuity is only up to 35, not even up to 35. Sorry. If any theory regarding differentiability required, I'll discuss tomorrow. I don't want to spend time now. Let us see in part 2, any continuity questions are there? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Okay, I'm erasing this. Now I'm discussing part 2, some questions where which continuity related questions are there. Okay, in part 2, second question, they gave f and they gave g and they talk about g of f of x. Okay. Okay, I'll directly write what is g of f of x. It is mod x minus 3 whole square minus b into mod x minus 3 minus 2 if x is less than minus 1. 3x plus 4 whole square minus b into 3x plus 4. Quiet please. Minus 2 if x is greater than or equal to minus 2. Okay. So I substituted f within g and these are the two parts we got. Now at minus 1 for the function to be continuous, what is the b value? Okay. So limit extends to 1 minus f of x, sorry, minus 1 minus should be f of minus 1, not f of your g circle f of x. G of f of x equal to g of f of minus 1 equal to limit extends to minus 1 g of f of x. Okay. So at minus 1 you can find right limit, left limit and function value. But because here it is greater than or equal to minus 1, right limit and function value will come same. So I don't want to write this and this both. Only one I can write. But left limit come from this. So directly substitute minus 1, what will happen? 16 minus b into plus 4 minus 2. Here if we substitute minus 1, whether these are this together, both of them are same, together will be, when you put minus 1, it will be 1 square minus b into 1 minus 2. Okay. So 16 minus 2, 14 minus 4b is equal to minus 1 minus b. That is 15 equal to 3b and b equal to 5. So that's it. When b equal to 5, then only. It's a numerical question. Except for very few questions, most of the continuity questions are very easy, not at all difficult. This writing is okay, this is better, but still at -1 the left limit for only for f is actually 4 and the right limit is 1. But at 4 and 1 g of x should have same value, then only it will be continuous. It means 1 and 4 should be roots of that quadratic equation actually, and b will be the sum of the roots 5. I can directly say that. I want a quadratic expression to have same value at alpha also, at beta also. That is only possible when basically alpha and beta are like roots of that. Not necessary, but alpha plus beta should be sum of the roots. Look at a graph. Let us say this is a quadratic expression. At alpha and at beta, the function should have same value, means the alpha plus beta by 2 should be the right this point. That is alpha plus beta by 2 should be minus b by a. Alpha plus beta will be minus b by 2a. With sum of the roots basically. I can even take a graph like this and say if at alpha and beta the values are same, the sum of these two should be same as sum of these two. Everybody clear? Okay. Next, fourth question here. Okay, fourth function is they gave before 0, after 0 they gave a function, and at 0 it is something else. So k, which is f of 0 here, should be same as limit x tends to 0 f of x. But what is the function given when x is tending to 0? 1 by x log of 1 plus 3x by 1 minus 2x. Okay. When you directly put 0, what is happening to this? It is becoming log 1, 0 by 0. So we have to do something. What is that we can do? It is basically a limits question now. I can add 1, subtract 1 here, or I can write log a by b as log a minus log b. Let me show you how to do this. Log 1 plus 3x minus log 1 minus 2x by x. When I take this by this separately, limit x tends to 0, log 1 plus 3x by x, I am going to write by 3x into 3. When I take this by this separately, I am going to write plus log 1 minus 2x by I have to write 1 plus minus 2x by minus 2x into 2. I took this by this separately. Here I multiplied and divided with 3. Here I multiplied and divided with minus 2. That's how that minus went and became plus. Why I am doing all this? Log 1 plus x by x limit is 1. This is 1, this is 3, 1 into 3. This is 1, this is 2, 1 into 2. That's it. 1 into 3 plus 1 into 2, 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. Okay. So log 1 plus x by x, that is the formula, but that different ways it can be asked like this. There is another way to do the whole limit here. Yeah. 1 by x log. I can add 1 and subtract 1 inside. 1 plus 3x by, quiet please. 1 minus 2x minus 1. 1 by x log 1 plus. When I simplify this, I'll get 5x by 1 minus 2x. Let me divide by 5x by 1 minus 2x. Okay. I added 1, subtracted 1, simplified this part, I got this. Whatever is here, same thing, I divided. Then I have to multiply also. 1 by x into 5x by 1 minus 2x. Now, if you call this as some y, this is y, log 1 plus y by y, and y is tending to 0, this limit will be 1. What will happen to this? X and x will cancel. 5 by 1 minus 0 into 1, again 5. You can do like this or like this, same as. Ultimately, we are using one formula, log 1 plus x by x, x tending to 0, that limit is 1. Quiet, please. Okay, I'm arranging this. Anybody needs more time? Okay. Online people, is the board clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, left limit and function value and right limit should be same in fifth one. Limit extends to 0 minus f of x should be same as f of 0 should be limit extends to 0 plus f of x. Because before 0 they gave one definition. After 0 they gave another definition. At 0 they gave something. Okay. What is before 0? Limit extends to 0 minus sine of a plus 2 into x by x plus sine x by x. Okay. 0 plus the function is something else. X plus 3x square whole power 1 by 3 minus x power 1 by 3 by x power 4 by 3. Okay. This is the left limit. This is the right limit. This is the function value. But find each one. This limit is 1. This limit is a plus 2. So a plus 2 plus 1. This is b. Coming to here, I can take x power 1 by 3 common and cancel here. Limit extends to 0 plus. If I take x power 1 by 3 common, I'll get 1 plus 3x whole power 1 by 3 minus 1. X power 4 by 3, I can write x power 1 by 3 into x. Cancel x power 1 by 3. So this is a plus 3. This is b. This is limit extends to 0 plus. How to deal with this? I can rationalize it. If it is square, easy. If it's cube also, I can rationalize it. For a minus b, the rationalizing factor is a square plus ab plus b square. Instead of that, I am going to write 1 plus 3x whole power 1 by 3, 1 whole power 1 by 3. The difference I need it down, 1 plus 3x minus 1. But that is 3x, I have only x, I have to multiply with 3. So basically I multiplied 3 here, added 1, subtracted 1. So that's how I adjusted this. If I take this as some y, it is like y power n minus a power n by y minus a, and y is tending to a. Limit is n into a power n minus 1. Okay. Earlier when it was square root also I can use it, I rationalize it, but I would have done like this. That is, it is 1 by 20. You have to do like this only, there is no option. Okay. Remove 1 by 3 and write 1 by 20. Okay. You have to do this way only. Alright. Of course, you can always use L'Hospital rule. If you don't do anything 0 by 0 form, just simply use derivative also, it will come. L'Hospital rule, not at all different. So a plus 3 equal to b. This limit is 1 by 3 into 1 whole power 1 by 3 minus 1 into 3, which will be 1 only. So basically, you got b equal to 1, a equal to minus 2. They want a plus 2b, which is 0. A plus 2b is 0. Right? Quiet please. Okay, online people, is it clear? Any doubt? One of you in online can respond.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Everybody completed? Clear? Okay, sixth question. They asked a continuity question, but before that they asked a limits question, the same thing. They defined capital A as limit extends to 0, x into integer part of 4 by x. Anybody want to tell what is the answer for this limit? Recently only we discussed in limits. What is the answer for this limit? It is 4. When x is very small, 4 by x will be very large. Practically, this greatest integer doesn't matter. When you take 1 crore or 1 crore point 1, there's no big difference. Okay, you can remove this, x will cancel, get 4, somewhat like that. But I wrote a proper explanation. In fact, there is a question where here 1 by x, here 2 by x, here 3 by x, up to 15 by x is there. Answer is 120, sum of first 15 natural numbers. Before that, one more question also we used it. Okay. How to write the solution? We know integer part of x should be between x and x minus 1. Replace x with 4 by x, it should be between 4 by x and 4 by x minus 1. Multiply with x, you get 4 minus x less than x into 4 by x less than equal to 4. At 0, this is also tending to 4, this is also 4, this has to be between them. So this limit is also 4 by sandwich theorem. Okay. So this is 4 directly now. Now they are asking about f of x is equal to integer part of x square into sine pi x, where this is discontinuous. Okay, we'll connect to a later on, but let us see thoroughly where it is discontinuous. This alone is discontinuous whenever x square becomes integer. Okay, integer part of x square is discontinuous at plus or minus root 1, plus or minus root 2, plus or minus root 3, plus or minus root 4, so on. You take any square root of an integer plus or minus except 0. At 0 also it is 0, right limit is 0, left limit is 0. But if you take 1, after 1 the right limit is 1, before 1 the left limit is 0. If you take 5, just after 5 the limit is 25, whereas just before 5 the limit is, just before 5, what is the integer part of x square? 24. At 5 it is 25, just before 5 its value will be 24.99, integer part is 24. So at every integer this alone is discontinuous. But what about the product? Yeah, at 5 this alone is discontinuous, but the total is not discontinuous. You know why? Just after 5 this is 25, but this is 0. Right limit is 25 into 0, 0. Just before 5 this is 24, but this is 0 again. 24 into 0 is 0. So even though this is discontinuous, this is continuous, the product is still discontinuous because the points where it is discontinuous at the time it is becoming 0, but not every time. Is it every time? No. What I gave example is 5, but let's take example of root 3. Okay. At root 3 it is not 0, right? Okay. So just after root 3, what is the value of this function? 3 into sine pi root 3, which is not 0. Just before root 3, this value will be 2, because it is less than 3. It will be 2 sine pi root 3. The right limit is 3 sine pi root 3, left limit is 2 sine pi root 3. They are not equal. Okay, so this is discontinuous at any point, but they are not integers. They are only square root of integers which are not perfect square. For example, here when I write root 4 is there, but integer part of x square is discontinuous at plus or minus root 2 only, not plus or minus root 1. Plus or minus root 3, not plus or minus root 4. Next, plus or minus root 5, plus or minus root 6, plus or minus root 7, plus or minus root 8, but not plus or minus root 9. Root of an integer, and that integer should not be perfect square. Only at those places is it discontinuous. If I take 1, 2, and plus or minus root 9, at those places, this alone may be discontinuous, but the product is actually continuous. Okay. So this total function is continuous at every integer, but discontinuous at square root of an integer which is not a perfect square, plus or minus of that. Now, what are the options? I did not see. Okay, the different options they gave is root a plus 21. A is 4, root a plus 21 is 5. No, root a plus 5 is perfect square. Root 4 is a perfect square. Option D. Okay. The different options indirectly are given as option A is 5, option B is 3, and option C is 2, option D is root 5. At which of these places this is discontinuous? These are all integers. You can even write root 25 if you want. Write root 25, actually they gave root 9 and root 4. Okay, but at all these places, square root of a perfect square, it is actually continuous, but at root 5 it is discontinuous. Is it clear? Okay. So there are 3 parts in this. First of all, you have to find this limit. That's the first job in this question. Next, you have to know when this is discontinuous, and within that, the product when it is discontinuous. So 3 parts are there for you to analyze. And the options are given based on that A. Instead of giving root 25 directly, they give root A plus 21. Instead of giving 9 directly, they give root A plus 5. They give root A itself. Any room number 6 people are there right now in online? Can you please respond if anybody is from room number 6?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, you are there. Okay, good. Okay, 7. What is this question? Limit of the function x less than 4 and x greater than 4. Okay, this is not a continuity, it's a limits question actually. Okay. So they gave less than for one function, more than for one function, and they said limit should exist. Okay. Limit extends to 4 minus f of x should be same as limit extends to 4 plus f of x. That is limit extends to 4 minus the function is 5x minus 4. That is limit extends to 4 plus integer part of x plus b by 2. They also mentioned b is a natural number. Okay, just before 4. Actually, at 4, what is the value of this? 5 4s are 20. 20 minus 4 is 16. But just before 4, the value will be little less than 16. So, what is the integer part? 15. Exactly at 4, it is 4 plus b, a natural number only. And just after 4 also, it is 4 plus b. The right limit is not an issue. The left limit only you have to decrease 1. Okay, because b is a natural number, x is 4, this is 4 plus b straight away. I don't have to decrease 1. That's it. They said 30, b is 26. So 26.00. Yes. Very simple, nothing difficult here. F of x equal to x into integer part of x by 2 minus 10 less than x less than 10. They want number of points of discontinuity for this. Okay, a gap of 20 when I divide it 2, it is a gap of 10. Okay, just to get an idea, at least let me write some cases for f of x. You take anything between 0 to 2. Okay, closed 0 to open 2. This will be between 0 to 1. Integer part will be 0. 0 to anything will be 0. It will be 0. I'm talking about this. When I take 2 less than or equal to x less than 4. Why I'm taking 2 intervals? Because when x is between 2 to 4, x by 2 will be between 1 and 2. And integer part for any number between 1 and 2 will be 1. It will be x into 1, x on. If I take 4 to 6, it will be 2x because this will be between 2 to 3. If I take 6 to 8, it will be 3x. If I take minus 2 less than or equal to x less than 0, it will be minus x. And if I take minus 4 less than or equal to x less than minus 2, this will be between minus 2 to minus 1, it will be minus 2x. So on it will go. Okay. Now, if at all you have to check continuity, where the definition is changing, you have to check there only. Okay. Obviously, at 4, it is not continuous because left limit at 4 is 4, right limit at 4 will be 8 because the function is changing. At 6 also, it is not continuous because this is 12 and this is 18. At minus 2, it's not continuous because this is 4 and this is 2. But at 0, is it continuous? This also gives 0. This also gives 0. Okay. So at 0, it is continuous, but not at 2, 4, 6, 8. It is open interval. So it is discontinuous at 2 also, 4 also, 6 also, 8 also, minus 2, minus 4, minus 6, minus 8. Except 0 at all other. Whenever you take integer part of x, mostly it is discontinuous whenever this becomes integer. Whenever x by 2 becomes integer, when x is 2 times an integer, which is all these numbers. But in between 0 is there, but at 0 it is continuous when we analyze carefully because of this x. If this is not there, it would have been discontinuous even at 0. So at 8 points, it is discontinuous. All right. If anyone is not able to understand anything, please feel free to ask. I can explain in detail any particular question or concept. So in part 2, whatever questions related to continuity we discussed, we don't have to do anything. Differentiability, if they are there, we'll discuss tomorrow theory about differentiability. In part 1 itself, some more questions I'll discuss. exactly up to 27 continuity is there. So I can go back and discuss 26 and 25. So quiet place. Okay, so I'm discussing one simple question here, 26 in part 1. F of x equal to x if x is rational, equal to minus x if x is irrational. Okay. This is slightly different from other questions. This is a function where only at 0 it is continuous, everywhere else it is continuous. Why? The rational numbers and irrational numbers are infinite. You take any two rational numbers, between them you can insert infinite rational numbers and infinite irrational numbers also. Okay, you think about it, I'll just explain briefly. If required, I'll tell tomorrow. Lot of dot you can write. There are also lot of dot you can write. What does it mean? When x is rational, I have to put a dot in y equal to x line. When x is irrational, I have to put a dot in y equal to minus x line. Okay. Whenever there is a dot here, below that there will not be dot. Whenever there is a dot here, above that there is no dot. But to strictly speak, if you take any two dots here, very close, if you zoom in, between those two dots, you'll find infinite dots. Why? Between any two rational numbers, how many rational numbers should be there? Infinite. Okay. And between these two here also there will be infinite dots. Okay. So very, very fine graph. How much are you zoom in, you'll find dots and dots further. But they cannot be next to each other because in between them there should be again infinite dots. Okay. One thing we have to understand is infinity we cannot understand. Right? See, between two dots, infinite points. You zoom in again, between every two dots, there is infinite. You zoom in further. Okay. Okay. That's a simple thing only we are not able to understand. So what do you think we can understand nature? So complicated. Am I correct or not? A simple function definition, which is a very simple thing, we are not able to even catch it. So you can see every time the values are oscillating. But at 0, whether you take these values or these values, we are finally reaching 0. Only at 0 it is continuous, everywhere else it is discontinuous. In fact, everywhere else limit doesn't exist. If somebody asks at 5, we cannot say whether it is reaching 5 or minus 5. Limit itself doesn't exist. All right, thank you. We'll meet tomorrow.